Hello. Hello, one and all. Welcome in, everybody. The Binks Plays broadcast.
Welcome to the stream. I hope you
appreciate y'all being here.
If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe.
The handsome guy said, watching YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe.
Now be a good
if you're watching the VOD, appreciate you being here. You can skip ahead to 13 minutes and 11 seconds for gameplay. I'm excited. I think that Supergiant's in a really good spot. I haven't played the card in a while. And we're gonna ruin some days. I would assume. At least that's the plan. That is the plan for sure. We had a bunch of changes yesterday, which is very exciting.
I hope you like the vibe, Binks.
We love technical difficulties.
Binks.
Be right back. Give me a second.
Binks. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Welcome to the stream. I hope you like the vibe.
A little bit of movie magic for you.
Like and subscribe.
What's up, Brigby? What's up, Fig?
Some cheeks. Now be a good chatter.
What's up, Manchin Jiners?
Binks. Binks.
Welcome in.
Binks. 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 And don't be a piece.
Freestyle. Yo, thank you, Yaps. I had a lot of fun with that one. That was a lot of fun. Honestly, I didn't mind the OTA that much, except for Mobius and no Super Scroll nerf, or no Super Scroll ban in Grand Arena. Those two kind of sucked, in my opinion. But I'm just probably not gonna play too many energy cheat cards for a while. Probably the vibe. I guess we'll just limit what we can play severely type shit.
I hope you like the vibe, Binks. Binks. Like and subscribe, Binks. Binks. I hope you like the vibe, Binks.
Oh, yes.
Like and subscribe.
Ooh-wee! What's up, everyone? What is up? What is up, everybody? Hello, Butt Squad. Hello, TK. Thank you for all the tags everywhere about the Mobius change. It sucks, man. It sucks. We hate Mobius buffs, but we just put our head down and keep moving forward. Not sure how much it's gonna shape the meta. I don't know. I haven't played too much since yesterday. I did have a really productive day, though. I cleaned the whole basement, which took like a few hours. I got obviously all that stuff done for the OTA video and everything. Got a workout in. Yesterday was a good day. Sorry I didn't stream. I'm trying to be better about not skipping days during the week, but it was just one of those days. I was like, man, I got a lot of stuff I need to do. And also, I think I talked about this on the Discord, but I need to figure out what to do with YouTube for OTA days. Because I'm going to have to either... it's probably going to be I'm going to have to run the YouTube stream until the OTA comes out, and then end the YouTube stream when I post... when I post the new OTA video. I think I'm going to have to do that, because what I've noticed is... because I stream on my main channel, if I ever post a video while I'm live streaming on YouTube, it just goes in the gutter, and it just doesn't get shown at all. We'll have to do something with YouTube about that, so YouTubians might not be able to see the last half of Thursday's streams, at least live. The rest of it will be on Twitch. Yeah, I'm glad that people like the opening. I thought that was... I had that one right after I saw that Mobius was getting buffed. I kind of had that idea cooked up. One take, by the way. One take. I was really happy with how it turned out. I wonder how analytics actually looked for Mobius. I at top 50% infinite last 7 days, he has a 48% win rate, which is not good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to figure out something to do on YouTube for those Thursdays. It sucks because I don't like doing OTA videos and reviews. I think are really good. I like to know about changes. Like, it's usually only like a day early. I like to know about them a day early because it helps me not put out. When I wasn't able to do the OTA videos or chose not to. I would sometimes like post the deck and then the next day the deck would just become obsolete and I'd be like, all right. I've had problems with that before with like when I went on vacation one time and a video got posted and it just didn't work after an OTA and I was like, oh man, really should have thought about that one. Running Supergiant all day. Supergiant's such a good card, man. Supergiant's a really, really good card. My Supergiant deck I have right now is a little bit all in on stopping this Invisible Woman madness. But, I don't know. Maybe we'll adjust it. I haven't really decided. I think Ronin is the best big card to use. Because you usually want at least like one big chonkin card. And Ronin really helps out with that. The rest of the buffs kind of come from, you know, like Maximus and just like decently statted cards using Negasonic to kill off a decent sized threat. Stuff like that. But it has two different lines to just absolutely delete that Invisible Woman line. The big one is either under Invisible Woman or under Supergiant, doing Shadow King Grandmaster. Just absolutely repulsive. Absolutely repulsive. No Jennifer Kale. You could use New Mr. F. Herbie would maybe work. Yeah, Kale's really good in this deck. I've always liked Kale in Supergiant decks because having 6 energy on turn 5 is really, really nice. If we have 6 energy on turn 5, we can do things like Shang, Maximus. We could do Shang Shadow King. We could do like Maximus Shang, Master Mold Shang. Lots of little kind of like cheeky things. Sometimes you can do like Shadow King Grandmaster Maximus or something is a play that I made on 5 before. So Kale's not super important, but when I play Supergiant, I really, really like having 6 energy on turn 5. And it helps out with that quite a bit. The Killmonger in here is really nasty. A lot of these Invisible Woman decks are opting to cut the Marvel Boy Squirrel Girl stuff and thus cutting Kyera. So it leaves the Sunspots really vulnerable to our Killmonger. In general, it just beats the shit out of the deck when you play Supergiant, unless they get the exact line of Invisible Woman on 3, 1-drop Prodigy on 4. That's like pretty much one of the only ways that deck can really cause a lot of problems for you. Get the same package with Iron Patriot, Cannonball, Luna, Mercury. Oh, interesting. Iron Patriot is probably a decent card in this deck. How do you follow up Iron Patriot, though? You have, like, Gladiator in that deck, too? Many of your viewers have missing compensation for rewards track this much. I got in touch with support. They want to give you a bonus compensation package. You're being serious or you're trolling? I can never tell. I guess if he's not trolling, then reach out to Snap support if you missed any rewards. Cool to see. Usually they would just tell you that you're wrong. Yeah, that was kind of like the... That was kind of like the whole vibe for a while. One thing that is cool about today is that today, once again, sponsored by Factor Meals. Factor Meals are awesome. They are meals that you can get delivered directly to your house that you can microwave. And they're really, really high quality, good stuff. Later on in the stream, we'll be poking through the website for about 10 minutes, talking to you about some of my favorite items that you can get from Factor. But thank you again to Factor for sponsoring today's stream. It sure means a lot. If you use the link with !Factor, which hopefully is working. It started working about halfway through the stream last time. There we go. Yeah, if you use that link, what's really awesome is that you get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box. So if Factor is something that you're considering, getting 50% off and free shipping on your first box gets you a bunch of really cheap meals to try a bunch of amazing things that Factor has to offer. And if you love it, then you can continue on and continue having Factor in your life. I've always really liked Factor. There's a chance I'll go back and start using them again at some point soon, but I've just been like kind of had a lot more free time, I would say, since I've moved. That's why I ended up stopping using it. Again, really like it for replacing eating out. That was a big thing that it helped me with. Replacing going out and eating with Factor because it's just as quick and easy. This is where we're going to start today. I don't know if we're going to make too many changes. This deck's real nasty. The biggest problem that it can come down to is if you don't draw Ronin, you tend to have a bit of a power problem. But Supergiant is always one of those weird decks where you end up winning lanes with like 5 points in them and stuff. There's a lot of really funky things that happens with Supergiant decks, in my opinion. But yeah, let's jump in. Let's jump right in. No need to delay any further. Play some Supergiant Supremacy, see what we can do here. Right there. All right, I'm looking good. I'm looking good. All right, let's jump in. Got Kale on 2. Kale on 2 is always great. You are right. 3/4 Mobius does nothing to this deck. We laugh. As a matter of fact, we sit there and we laugh at them. They try such a thing. No Supergiant yet. Obviously not super ideal. Okay, very scary. You get the Supergiant. Let me think. We can't just Shang Grandmaster next turn. That's kind of sick. The problem is they could have hard card to fill top. Also, the Untapped is still not working, man. The Untapped has been really fighting me the last few days. Date available, install now. I'll help. Okay, numbers are a little tough here. We still go for something like this. Prio here. Goliath would beat like a Havoc or a Sunspot landing right. Then maybe this clears up whatever else. I don't know, man. Oh, we only tie right. Oh no, this isn't. Yeah, this isn't in a turn. Okay, we're chilling. Kale.
Power must be
Just like Doom or something. I played Sarah on 5. How funny. All right, well, what a good, what a good start there. That's a damn good start. I tell you what, this deck does look really stupid. I feel like when you win. Also, people are so bad at playing around. Can we talk about how bad everyone is at playing around Supergiant? It's crazy. No one knows what they're doing. What's your icon? You're a top clipper. Thank you, Oracle. Daredevil's great with Supergiant. Yeah, for sure. Another card you could sub for Kale if you want. I really like Kale in this deck, though. I always have. I've always liked Kale and Supergiant. That's Eva. Scary. No draw for you, Eva. No draw for you. Io. You just ripped the Negasonic here? I don't mind it. We don't have much else to do right now. Oh, what a beautiful time to be alive, chat. Even though we're actually in a really bad position, I'm gonna snap. Because we don't really have any good follow-up cards. But we did just kill their Mobius, and they keep missing draws, and their surges in Jotunheim. So those are all things that are good for sure. Let's keep stopping them from drawing if we can. Don't stop them from drawing again, unfortunately. Alright. We'll have priority here. I feel like Shang right makes a lot of sense. Shang right and what? I don't know. We don't have many good ways of winning if that's the case. The crazy thing is that winning against Shang would be playing Sentry, which is such a psychotic play. Is psychotic enough to work? Question mark.
Power must be controlled.
Go get me. Played. Yeah, I should have thought about Demon. Doesn't really give us outs. Just didn't really have any way to win there, unfortunately. Yeah, cheap shame. I mean, we just lost the Demon left anyway. We even lost the Demon middle. Probably should have never stayed. I was kind of hoping that they would be maybe a little more scared. What a last minute play change. I don't think they were sniping. He was just good. Thought process of making a deck from scratch. There's a lot of different ones. You kind of just start with an idea, and then you have to kind of understand deck flow philosophy. It's probably not a real thing, but I'm going to talk about it like it is. It's kind of like the philosophy of how a deck functions and what kind of cards you need in your deck to make sure that it plays out a reasonable amount of ways. And sometimes that just does take time. It takes time to learn that, I would say. Just go Master Mold. Land a Kale. Yummy, yummy. Interesting choice. Can't really just play this out, right? Little move. Man, another pretty rough situation. Yeah, dining halls are crazy, man. I have no idea what to do here. I guess just that. I don't know why I'm activating Kale early. I don't know why I'm activating Kale early. Probably shouldn't have done that. I don't know. We just Nocturne left. Nocturne in something. Fortunate. Weird deck. They killed me with 4 Sentinels, chat. That was a really weird game. I don't know where I messed up there. The middle location being the moving location was really, really awkward. A lot of really weird things. You lose value buying Moldman considering you don't have Victoria. I don't know what that question means. Moldman decks without Victoria are likely very bad. You can probably make a just Patriot version that would be okay. And you'll eventually get Victoria. Probably. Yeah, all the best decks with Moleman will have Victoria. Kale's Purpose in the deck, getting 6 energy on turn 5 is generally very good. Yeah, you can do any good 2-drop. You can do Mr. F, you could do Herbie, you could do a whole bunch of things. Surge is probably fine. The 2-drop slop is not, or the Kale is absolutely not a necessity. If they don't play left this turn, then Negasonic is very annoying to deal with. That's pretty good. Can you name me a character in the game at random? So humans can't be random is the thing. Punisher. The Punisher. Yeah, 1-3. 1-3 is good for Agony, man. Really nice for a lot of stuff. I guess the Negasonic can be bad if they don't play there and then they play Nimrod, but you know, why would they ever do that? We'll just play Super Giant. We'll just top deck Super Giant and get him. Wait, you're actually playing C7, Poppy? That's awesome. I guess that makes sense with Proxima and Agony 4-drop stuff. I'd love to find like Shang Grandmaster could be really nice. Shang Grandmaster can really tie this whole thing together. Oh, of course, if they get Nimrod, then we're kind of just helping them. We'll see. I mean, if Nimrod's huge for them, we just lose anyway, right? I don't think we have any way of beating Nimrod.
We still got a T3 sub. A legendary T3 sub.
Maybe something like this can get there. Probably not, though. Easy game. Easy game, easy life.
Victory.
That was a weird one. These are the kind of games that Supergiant wins, though. Like, Supergiant doesn't make any sense most of the time, and then you just kind of win, and you're like, ah. Like, that was awesome, man. I love winning. They threw last turn, I think? Maybe, man. You have no idea what you do in their shoes. You know, you don't know their deck. You ever had an invisible woman staring you down a Baxter building as a Nimrod player, man? It's a terrifying feeling. Supergiant should be a 1-9. Hell yeah, dude. That dies to Killmonger, though. It's probably a throw. Oh my gosh! It's Felicity. Hi, Felicity. How are you? The opponent snapped on us. How scary. Yeah, it has to be a 2-9 to get around Killmonger. So true. You look great. Thank you so much. We're working our little tails off. Yes, we are. Yes, we are working our little tails off. Okay, so fine, I guess. Oh, Kid Bro Mega. So scary, man. Okay, this could be a really important card for us. What do we get? Anything good? What the fuck? That's cute. That's cute. Figure it out. Giga Dormammu. There's a large Dormammu. It's a 20 power already, which is quite scary. But if they don't play left this turn, then they'll be stuck in a kind of annoying situation. I really hope the Super Giant Krakoa buff doesn't land on Shadow King. That would be a real Debbie Downer. But I do also really need Shadow King, so it's kind of kind of goes both ways a little bit there. Felicity's always up to no good. We always say that. He's always got that little mischievous grin on her face. I honestly, drawing Shadow King wouldn't be the worst thing. Ooh, maybe not. Well, I guess that thing's dead. The Afflictler. We could also just send the Shadow King middle, which is funny. Or if we get another on reveal that's large, you can send that middle. There. It was always going to happen. We knew this. Okay, it wins this middle. Ah! No, they get Prio, you fucking cheater. Oh, man. It never gets old. It never gets old, chat. It will never get old. They literally don't know how to play around the card. They never will learn. Boop. You're so confused, so is the person playing against Super Giant. Victory. They're also very confused. They're also in a state of panic. No Daredevil? Are you asking that? Because I feel like you would know the answer. I don't understand why you're asking. You have so much Snap to catch up on? There's a lot of Snap. We've been out 3 months or something? 4 months-ish? There's a lot of crazy cards out there. This deck uses almost no new cards though, except for Jennifer KO, which is just Psylocke but activate. But now Super Psylocke but activate, because it has much more power. Do the cards affected by Supergiant reveal first or the ones in that colorful location? That colorful location. Are you talking about Dark Dimension? I don't know what else you'd be referring to. Alright, if they pass this turn, we fulfill them. Yes! Yes! Make me want to play again? You should dip your little toesies in. Dip your little toes in. You never know what could happen. The deck does feel like it has turns like this a lot, where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just out here playing cards. Thoughts on Bears versus Finns? Thoughts are that off season doesn't really mean anything. My general thought. Why KM over Kale? Because now I can play Maximus and Kale, whereas before I would have been able to only play one of these. Maximizing mana efficiency on turns is generally very good. An extra energy next turn. I guess I could have gotten to Eliath early, so I guess there's an argument for it. The numbers are not being very nice to me right now. I guess win condition right now is them playing just Surfer left that didn't get buffed. Not a very good win condition, but it's the one we got. They snap, we probably leave. I spent real money on preseason games. I'm sure people do, which is craziness. I think the Bears are gonna be really, really good this year, though. I am super, super excited. What's cool is that this, yeah, it should kill the fat. Oh wow, I think we're gonna get it unless this is Cosmo.
Power must be controlled.
It just works. I don't know what to say. It just works, man. It just works sometimes, and I don't get it either. I ask myself it every time. That Supergiant didn't even do anything, and it still broke their brain, I feel. The Supergiant actually, what was sick about it is it made us Shang the, it was the only way we were able to Shang the, what do you call him? The guy who pulls our cards, big 3/8. Gladiator. It's the only reason we could kill the Gladiator is because it went after the end of turn trigger on the middle, it knocked the Gladiator up to 10 to kill him. That was awesome. That was awesome. Things you love to see. Liz, are you still playing TFT, or are you playing any other, you gaming on anything else right now, or you putting the mouse up on the shelf for a little bit? Yeah, perfectly timed Supergiant. I definitely wouldn't have played the turn before every time. A little bit of Counter-Strike and TFT. Counter-Strike's so hard. I think I downloaded Counter-Strike one time and played. My brother had Counter-Strike on his Xbox 360, and we would play against bots, and we were good at that. I remember when we were younger. We were very good at killing the bots. Very, very good at killing the bots in the Xbox 360 Counter-Strike. Was that in Orange Box? I don't think so, right? Orange Box was Half-Life 1, Half-Life Part 2, Half-Life Part 3. Or Half-Life 2, Half-Life, and then the two parts. Team Fortress 2 and Portal. It was not in the Orange Box. Slanderous. Okay, well this, oh, okay. The Negasonic isn't going to look stupid. Negasonic's going to look very smart. So I want, extra energy next turn. Yes, my hand looks like it would love an extra energy next turn. If they had killed this and then they were able to kill it this turn, that would be a little sketch. But now, like, what are they doing with this Kid Omega? They're just in a world of hurt. It's in a world of hurt. First time I was humbled in a fighting game was Mortal Kombat versus DCU. You went online for the first time after wrecking your cousins for months. Maybe zoning your cousins for months. Yeah, dude, the going to online jump is real. I don't really have it as much anymore because I never really... It's not as common because almost every game you can very easily get online and they have good rank ladders of raising you up and stuff. Like, back in the day, man, like, Smash, like, people would beat up all their friends in Smash, then go to a Smash tournament and just get waxed by a bunch of people. Sunning my cousins. Why is Scar in this deck? I don't know, man. I don't want him in here either. Ooh. Why Shang one lane when Shanging two lanes is better? Many people have asked this. Yeah, Kale's really good. I've really liked Kale and Supergiant for a long time. The Killmonger has felt weird, but it's just kind of fine. If you don't think that they're a super one-drop focus deck, you can just play it out. Also, notably, this deck is specifically designed to beat the Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, or like Invisible Woman stuff. I guess the first deck was against it. We could just set Kale here. Maybe set a Shang after. It's always important to think about Grandmaster lanes. I'm still new to using Grandmaster. It still takes a while to delve into like exactly how you're supposed to do it. Ah, yes, laying a Shang with Cryo. You never played Supergiant before. Okay, I think if we play this, they'll know it's Shang, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's been fixed or not. Yeah. Kazuka, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure that if they're a savvy player, they'll know that this is Shang. Maybe I should have taken an extra energy in that last turn. Maybe. Probably. Snaps. Giving them cards could be bad. Like, playing the Maximus feels wrong. I guess I could play it right or left. Mobius player.
I want the throne.
They have Goliath? I really doubt that. It could, though. Like, you're probably right. Crazy for a Fastos deck. Oh, they have my Goliath. I actually knew that. I actually knew they had my Goliath as the thing. I lost by a few. That's very stupid of me. That's why you said they definitely have your Goliath. Sorry. Oopsie. Crazy we had winning lines there. I misunderstood what you said. That's very stupid of me to stay in that game for the whole time knowing that they had a Goliath against my Invisible Woman deck. That is what we call in the business not paying attention. What do you guys think about this Grandmaster split? I'm really happy with it. The color scheme kind of goes crazy. Yes, dude! This is the second time Master Mold's blocked a draw. It's like surprisingly powerful. Huh? We could definitely still win. On 8, we can Goliath Grandmaster. Right? That's kind of nuts. As long as we have Prio here, Goliath Grandmaster is really, really gross. No, no!
I am.
Oh, shit. Tried our best. I think we set ourselves up about as best we could. I do think that we found the correct winning line there, which is try and set up Goliath Grandmaster, but them getting the Iron Man there on curve gets us a little over the top. Even if we just had 2 more points left, like even if we got like Shadow King left, I think we maybe had a chance. Maybe the flipped Iron Man was a little too much to overcome. What about turn 6 Goliath? We could have done that for sure. But then we couldn't Goliath 2 lanes on the final turn. I think that would have just been a different way to lose Kazuka. Probably would have maybe convinced me to stay and then get absolutely stomped. Even if we hit their Jane Foster there, like if we had played it left and we hit their Jane Foster, how do we win? Like trying to Grandmaster next time and then just lose middle anyway? I think that we set that up best that we could. I don't think going for turn 6 Goliath was correct. It's clearing both lanes at the same time, and specifically clearing the right lane so that Ronin would still be in a good position. I guess the fact that they could clear most of their hand probably made that tough either way. Can't deny that. We'll look at the shop when we take an ad break in like 5 minutes. What deck runs Lasher and Sam? Very weird. Nomura? Probably Nomura, right? We can obviously just Goliath. I'm just a little scared of winning right, I guess. If they play any decent powered card right. We're only going to have 11. That's probably fine. A lot of points. Boop. Boop. Boop, boop.
Victory.
Yeah, dude, this Grandmaster Invisible Woman Shadow King thing is really, really, really gross against a lot of decks right now. Super, super gross. Hello, Rauka. What's up, Rauka? Bucky the Beaver is awesome. We love Bucky. Yes, we do. We stand Bucky, man. If you don't like Bucky's, man, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you, as a matter of fact. Maybe just go into Supergiant here. Rascal. Yeah, it does. One of the only ways to block it. We are gonna have Prio. That's really nice. Breaks their brains, man. Gets in their damn head, gets in their damn walls. They have no idea what to do. They just panic and run away. Some people say Mobius is the way to control people who are cheating. I think that this deck is the way to control people who are cheating. Set your cards to the same power they were. Am I right, folks? I love facing the deck. Love it. We get Invisible Woman, we'll be able to play all of it on turn 6 too, which is diabolical. There's an argument to Killmongering now in case of future Kyera. Oh, you lucker. No Invisible Woman, I think we just take out the Sunspot now. Don't love it, but kind of has to be the play. $31 drops out of my face. We have the super combo. We'll always have non-priority. Yes, dude. Run in fear. Run in fear. I will fear the super giant if it's the last thing that I do. Scurry away. Scurry away, little one. Saving a turn on that Killmonger was super clutch. All right, chat, we're going to get 3-minute ad break. Don't want to see the ad? You can pay $6. Check see if you have a Twitch Prime subscription available by clicking the subscribe button. Using that little Prime toggle. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, please be sure to follow. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Back in a sec. Ooh. Victoria Hand is fire. It's pretty cool, man. It's a good color scheme. Don't think it clears the one I have currently. This Mirage is really sick too. It's a really cool Mirage. That was pretty sick, Lady Sif. All these are people I have like really good variants for though. It's kind of hard to want to. I usually once I get a variant that I really like, I'm very rarely want to like swap it out. Like this Victoria Hand is amazing. So hard to want to like even consider taking anything. It has to clear this, you know? Did Chibi Lady Sif ever come out? Does anyone know if Chibi Lady Sif ever came out? This one? This one ever come out? It still hasn't come out. I feel like this has been in like the... I feel like this has been in the damn data mine since like beta. That's crazy. It's been here forever, bro. Yeah, the Maria Wolf Mirage also looks insane. It's just tough, you know. Anytime I'm missing like a variant, like the speed variant came out recently, and I was like immediately, I was like, mine, great. I don't have a variant for it. But once I get like a really good variant, it's really hard to get me to get more variants for it. I understand people like being variant like collectors and stuff, but it just never made sense to me. I guess it makes sense, but it doesn't ring true to me, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, always got to be worried about Quinjet with Master Mold. Give them an army of 1/3s. This deck can't beat an army of 1/3s very often, which is kind of funny. As we saw previously, we got beat by someone playing 4 of our Sentinels that we gave him. This is definitely copying Invisible Woman. This is very similar to my build. I re-upped my build with like the Quinjet, Moon Girl, and Nico stuff. I think it's quite good. I think it's pass, unfortunately. Alright. Wait, maybe it's Vic Hand? Oh, it must be a Vic Hand deck. I'm actually very bad against Vic Hand. I cannot tell a lie to you there. If you can't hand stuff them here, if they only play 1 card, we can make them pretty limited. But again, giving these Master Molds is not just a pure positive. Should have been thinking about Kale more this game. I didn't really consider it at all, if I could be honest with you. We're probably okay. I was just gonna say we're probably leaving this game. I don't know what the hell we're supposed to do, and then they just run. All right, dude. Okay, sure, man. I'll take my cubes. We're bamboozling people, man, top to bottom. Yeah, once again, you can use my link for Factor. Everyone who signs up for Factor, I'll make sure to give you a big old shout out here. It would really, really help support the stream if you give Factor a chance. Using my link that you can see in chat right now, you get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box. Be a huge discount on that first box to try it out and see if you like it. I want to be a Factor user for a long time. Really, really great, man. Eat, neat, enjoy, no prep. No mess. Ready to eat in 2 minutes. Or you can eat them cold. You probably shouldn't. It's safe to eat them cold, though. They are fully cooked. You are allowed to eat them cold, though. They can be even faster and more ready than cooking them in 2 minutes. You so choose. So choose. One beefy boy it is. Is Police and OK alt for Jennifer Kale? Maybe. Psylocke, not really. Psylocke, the whole point of Jennifer Kale is getting an extra energy on the Supergiant turn, which you can't do with Psylocke. So, I would say Herbie's probably fine. Mr. F, First Step, Surge, just a generically good 2-drop is probably going to be your best bet. They'll just think this is a snap to get the Hydro Bob off the rocket pad. Not a snap to ruin their lives. Want to hide the KM? Cosmo is sometimes common. Kyera is sometimes common. The two main reasons. Now we're giving them a false sense of security. This moon doesn't fucking. This moon. Puzzle poking. No Shadow King, huh? Problem is with the Bruce Pops, the Shang doesn't even work. The, the biggest issue right now. Tough. Oh, nice.
Escaped.
They were bamboozled. They were bamboozled, it would appear. I have no idea why they did that, if I can be so honest with you. Get scared of Shadow King. You lost this one? They didn't escape? What do you mean? They didn't. Don't tell me what I did or didn't do. Handclog Hand clog salt. Maybe. Maybe. That escaped right after? Yeah. I'm aware. We both escaped is the thing. It says tie when it ends in a tie. It says escaped when you both retreat. I think that's actually a leading reason why people don't think that retreat later does anything. It may be the leading cause of people not understanding what's happening there. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I really think it's probably the leading cause of people not understanding how retreat later works. No lie. We're in a pickle here. We're in a pickle here. Because if we just go, like, Super Giant into Kale, then we give them... Goliath. We can't really Super Giant, I don't think. Ugh. Give them so many good cards, man. Okay, they actually don't have the cards to fill left. They'd have to top deck a 2-drop. Why don't you play your Invisible Woman, man? Are you crazy? I haven't beat Goliath left. Goliath left, this brings us to 13. I have to add 8 here. I have to add... I have to add 8 here as well. For some reason, I don't think that's very possible.
Escaped.
A fancy flamingo. Yeah, tough game there. Mindscape is a real killer for this deck, huh? I didn't even really think about that. I should just rip the Ronin. Oh. Pearls. Probably gonna have Kyera. I'm definitely Shanging immediately. They could Kyera immediately, though. Very likely play. Rage, I guess. Yeah.
Power must be controlled.
Not unexpected, to be sure. We could win if they play Giant Boy here. But they should play Giant Boy here, right? Very rare for them not to play it in Cosmos. But I mean, you gotta try, right? Imagine. Hmm. Yeah, I don't mind going for that. Probably shouldn't have, but that's okay. How'd you play both of these? Oh, because it costs 0. Game side was devastating. Not really, because I guess like because we could have played KM on 3 would have been good. That's true. Yeah. So I was like, how is this? Because it must be more than 3, right? But it could just cost 0 and go there too. That was where I was a little confused. Scary. We do have Prio. It's actually huge. All right. Pretty good. Cannot tell a lie there. They just rip Shang right though. That would feel real bad. Tell you what, it would feel real bad if they just rip Shang right here. They don't. Okay. It's fine. Enough. Damn. We could have done Shadow King Grandmaster Maximus is another play I considered. Tough. Real tough. Definitely really thinking about Cannonball Middle, but maybe the fact that it was so bad made them, like, dissuade them from doing it. I really thought they were going to jump the wolf back left, if I could be honest. The other problem with the Grandmaster line is that it's a 50-50 for Supergiant. So they could have just as easily messed up as the problem. So going for like a line that's a 50-50 feels probably not ideal. I wanted to play the Supergiant middle, and obviously I could have with Mercury. I probably should have considered potentially Mercury moving the stick Supergiant middle as well. Another thing I was kind of thinking of. No, I already talked about Mobius in the video. It sucks. Doesn't seem like the play rate is ticking up that high, though. It's whatever. I'll just... Whenever it ticks up too high, I'll just probably not play fun energy cheat decks. Tung Sahur. There was so much Gamma Labs today, man.
Opponent snapped.
Rip.
Escaped.
Losing Shang on Gamma Labs feels real bad. 2 Gamma Labs where we should be very favored in Gamma Labs. First one we get Kyarad curve. Second one we get
We still got a T3 sub.
Shang
A
Storm.
legendary T3 sub.
Rainbow Pit, thank you so much for the 2 years. And for the T3 sub. Let's go. Thank you so very much. I super appreciate it. By the way, Chad, I did start a movie club. Where once a week we're going to watch a movie and talk about it. If you want to join the Discord, !Discord. For the first 11 weeks of the movie club, we're going to be going through the entire Fast and the Furious franchise. Starting with the aptly titled original we all know and love. Get hand clogged. But how do we win? How do we win is the question. I don't know that we can. They're getting 2 Doombots. It's minimum plus 4, right? Popping this card middle doesn't really matter most of the time. Oh, we're just dead, right? Tough position. Without the Sanctum, we probably have good outs there, but the Sanctum just really limits how we can attack. We have to win both lanes, which always sucks. Rainbow Pate, why you gotta stir up trouble? Another Great Web game. Great Web isn't great for us. Though it is a pretty good web. Everyone says that about it. Kale online. Usler. Boy, oh boy. Oh, yeah, sure. Potentially very bad for them. Looks like we're probably going to want 6 next turn. Surprised they didn't go left. Trying to get more chances for that guy to get out of there. Now, one of our big problems is that we don't have a big enough card to go middle. We do now. What we do now is the thing. It's gonna be a 50-50 if this middle card goes. But we should be in the lead, most likely. The one card will get pulled next turn. And if they fill, it forces my card to get pulled. I cannot play 2 cards. I think I might have to Eliath left and die to Eliath mid, it almost 100% gets pulled left because they're going to play a card left. It'll be the only card with the option to go left, so I think we just do it left. Oh, since it goes left no matter what, you're saying that we shouldn't play it left. I feel like that's the only way we're beating Bruce, though, if it goes off. We already have 17. We need to kill off whatever they're playing. It's probably like a Sunspot or a Havoc or something. Oh, we go first? Oh, I do not like us going first. I had no idea. Oh, that does nothing. That does nothing. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Victory.
Your stuff does nothing. Goliath Middle would have won even bigger. This would have went, what, 4, 5? Wouldn't have been that much bigger. They just didn't. They just played the Prodigy in a random place, which is awesome. I'm telling you, man, at the elite stuff, I wish we'd have priority, though. I didn't even realize that. No one knows how I work, even Binks. I know how it works sometimes. That much I know for sure. I know for sure that sometimes I know how it works sometimes. For sure. So Daniel Lore, so you're talking about Mobius. I do think that the problem is the small energy cards that they're playing. I agree with that. However, I don't think the problem to the solving of that is to make Mobius better. Which takes that those card sins and basically makes... If Mobius gets played enough, it basically just makes a bunch of decks unplayable. And super homogenizes the meta, in my opinion. I think that they should take the small energy cheat cards and make them not as strong. Oh, you're saying the same thing, Daniel Lore. Never mind. Definitely wasn't needed for real, for real. As a matter of fact, you're a rascal for even suggesting such a thing. I could be so honest. Stegosaurus should be massive. The Nux. Does that mean they're leaving, or does that mean they're going to shang me? Oh, okay.
Victory.
Miracle Bounce and Sarah were extremely strong cards that definitely need to be deleted from the meta. What is Miracle Bounce? They already had 6 cards in hand. I don't think Mole GM was good. Also, the Ronin doesn't make any sense because of... that doesn't help our Ronin. Because we swap hands. Oh, baby. All we need is Invisible Woman and all of our dreams could come true. I will take a Killmonger now. Negasonic works as Super Giant. If you Negasonic, or if you Super Giant and then they play their cards on 5, you can kill whatever card they play with Negasonic guaranteed. Not guaranteed, but pretty much guaranteed. You know, make a Viper play work against your opponents? I don't think it works against anyone. I would imagine. Oh, is that... Okay. Ah, they have the one that has the weird... This one has the very weird... Dakin lines. Maybe I shouldn't get priority here. Should not get priority. I can't play you there. This might not get priority. What I'll say, I guess. Dude, imagine though. Imagine we lock down the invisible woman. Yep. And no invisible woman makes this very, very hard to win. I think it's just this. Oh, thank you for the extra cards. I appreciate it. Juice that Ronin up for me, Daddy.
Victory.
Juice that Ronin lure. I'm surprised they must not have gotten Bullseye, because that deck runs like Bullseye with the double deck in line, but if you miss it, it just doesn't. Just kind of cooked. That deck also has like a weird like double Ronin. You could like Dakin, Bullseye, like Dakin, and then like Moon Girl, one of the shards, and then do it again. There's some cool stuff to be had there. But instead, they got super gianted. That's all. That's all. All that matters there. So currently 12 and 9 plus 3 cubes. Has felt more dominant than that, but it is a weird deck. It's playing these like weird, super funky, super giant decks is not easy. It's very hard to know how to like utilize your energy the best way possible. Yeah, mold has been honestly pretty surprising in terms of like how much power output I'm able to get. Cryo. A little annoying. Very rude. I might change middle. I'm gonna go right, because they might change middle, and then we can like do some funky Grandmaster stuff maybe to get back in. Hand looks like we want to play 3 2-drops probably. We're gonna have priority. Let's land a Shang left. He snapped us, right? Snap at me, I snap at you. I do think I want to send the Supergiant middle because they could get like double buffs on Merlin from the Omniversal Presence. Which is scary. So we'll play Shang and Shadow King and 9 total points left. With 6 total points right. Could be enough. If they get double Omniversal Presence, I think we lose. But single Omniversal Presence, we actually play around. Very rude. Kind of funny. By the way, nice polymorph.
Power must be controlled.
Chat, they didn't play any cards, man. Oh! Jesus Christ, man. It was scary. I think we still beat Viper, right? Viper would have tied, right? We would have lost to if that was Viper, but I don't think they had the energy to play that because it was on the same turn as Century. I love Supergiant, man. I love Supergiant. It's such stupid lanes. Why did they play any cards, man? They didn't do anything the whole game. They played Merlin and Century. Called it a damn day, bro. Phoned it in. 7 total power. Random location could have cost us the game. A meteor can crash through the ceiling and kill you at any point, you know? We need to be worrying about stuff like that. I don't need to worry about stuff like that, man. Got that Grandmaster variant from a collector reserve. Very nice. Vibranium. Vibranium's a little annoying, but we can like play there on Supergiant turn. It could be okay. I don't know how aggressively I'm going to go for this. I could be rather aggressive. The only fear is going to be like, Jesus Christ, dude. Get destroyed. Holy cow. Ah! You fool. Problem is going to be if they have Juggernaut right. I might just go all in left. If I'm done... Oh, never mind. Okay. I was going to say, if I'm done, do I even fight for right? I don't really know what the answer is. If they get Bruce and they clear enough hand, we could be in trouble. They might not be anticipating this Misty Knight going down. They might just be going for the 1 and 3 for Bruce. One and 3 for Bruce? No Bruce for you. No Bruce for you.
Victory.
No Bruce for you. So in the opposite order would have won in the game. Spell in the opposite order would have won in the game. Like if they had played Omniversal Presence before I Grandmastered? Is that what you're saying? I guess so. I don't know if it could have possibly flipped though. It was a weird Super Giant turn timing. But I guess if Super Giant wasn't up, then it would have went off. And then I think they might have had priority. I don't remember. Can't tell a lie there. Have some delicious master molds. They polyed the void. Oh, they played Omniversal Presence, right? Not the Voidler. Octo. Jesus Christ, dude. They're coming at me. No hold bars, bro. Sir, can you fuck off? Wait, hold? Wait, we're fine? Sometimes? But they're not gonna snap. We're chilling. The fact that we can't play it early makes it very unlikely it's gonna work. Because they're probably gonna like fill, right? Especially because we're already forcing them to play at least one card. Maybe they don't, man. Maybe we get the most devastating Magento in history. Good job, Nick. Good job, Nicholas. I want to believe that this will work.
All systems go.
Just 2 sentinels. We'll be at 21. We'll be at 12. I feel like they're going to Goliath me, right? Or play 2 cards. Imagine they don't. The damn Christmas miracle, chat.
We are the future.
It's a goddamn Christmas miracle, I tell ya. Potter Vision, I'm giving you a half hour. You're being real weird yesterday. And you started off trying to be kind of weird and annoying again. I'll give you 30 minutes. Breather. Ooh, yo! What up, Alex? How are you, Alex? Yeah, we even won if our card got killed. This is true. This is true. Okay. This is the deck we're teching against, but the problem is Subterranea puts us in a bind. Kind of a mental break from things, very behind in snap right now. Mental break's good for you, man. Breaks are real good for you. Oh my god, dude. It's terrible. It's actually just terrible. Want to rant to Ronin next turn? Not really. We're just going to draw a rock and I'm going to be sad, I feel. Well, wouldn't you know it? No Invisible Woman is really good. Pretty tough decision here. Kind of have to decide, are they going to fight for middle or not? We can really only commit one card. They can win middle and left. I think we just kind of lose. Can't fight for right. YOLO. One point, man. They didn't even fight for middle. They played the rock, so they didn't float, so they didn't even fight for middle. That's crazy. Why would they ever do that? If it's just Grandmaster left Cyclops, I get it. You're tying left and you're fighting for middle, but with no float, that's... They must have just misplayed that pretty hard, or completely forgot how, like, Cyclops stuff works. That's not... I mean, we weren't just going left, but, I mean, we shouldn't have, I guess. Even if we still had a tie, like, let's say, middle, when that happened. Ronan would have won left then, because the tiebreaker would have overcome. Jennifer Kale is generally meant to give us 6 energy on 5 for a super giant turn. Having 6 energy gives you tons of options with Shang-Chi, Shadow King, Maximus. All of our tech cards. Get the Negasonic out. Don't love it, but I just got to play cards at some point. It's going to be insanely annoying for them to deal with. I don't remember if Ice Cube is filled with an upside down card if it pops. I think it does. I think it does. Not really sure what they're going for, though. Negasonic, or Jennifer Kale Luna doesn't really give us very much information. Just that they like energy, I guess. All it really tells us is that they like energy. Which most people who play card games do. They like when they have energy. Yeah, I'm just getting more and more confused. I'll get this set up, I think. Feel like Ronin Maximus. Always a good way to finish out. I have no idea what they're doing, by the way. I don't know what this Ancient one's for. They haven't added any cards to hand, so it's probably not Victoria hand unless they just never drew any of those cards. Maybe it's some psychotic tribunal deck, I guess. No, the Ice Cube will not pop if we play a card middle. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty tough to beat, I'd imagine. It might be Sarah Middle, which would be funny. I feel like it is Sarah Middle. You're a rascal. Look at that shit right now. I don't think they could beat right no matter what. So maybe just go middle now. Get in their damn head. So Kazuka. So if you flip a card and then at the beginning of turn 6 it's full, it pops. If I were to play a card on turn 6, this wouldn't pop before the cards are revealed. So I don't know if that's what you meant or how you meant to say that.
Victory.
Alright, y'all, we're gonna get 3-minute ad break. Don't see the ad, you can pay $6. Check see if you have a Twitch Prime subscription available. You can do that, of course, by clicking the subscribe button. Use a little Prime toggle. I have a dang Twitch Prime sub, you don't even freaking know it. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. See you in 3 minutes. Thanks, you would not go middle here now. Dude, this is a really awesome deal if people don't own Malekith. It's always so cool when they do this, like gold bundles where like, if you'd saved up 5,000 gold, you get a Series 5 card, you get enough tokens to open 60% of another Series 5 card, bunch of tokens. Awesome deal there. That's a damn good variant. Can't tell a lie there. I'd probably buy the Doom stuff if it wasn't $100. I want to huck $100 in this game right now. It's in pretty flush with tokens. Yeah, the anti-venom one was great. Yeah, it's cool that it's cool when they do stuff like that. We love a second dinner W. They've been a bit few and far between recently, but there's some good ones. Chad, how's Grand Arena been since the changes happened? You guys liked it more? What's up, Chaos? $100 for a Doom variant with no unique tokens for the Dumont's major pass. That's true. I mean, obviously, like, you're not paying $100 for the variant, really. It's like a $100 is mostly probably going for the, what, 10,000 tokens that they give you with it. Yeah, it's probably mostly going to this 10,000 tokens. But I agree. I do wish they would try and be a little bit more aggressive with adding special tokens and stuff. But again, you know, especially like if you're someone who's a bit newer to the game, you really want Doom 2099, you're okay with investing $100, like, this is a damn good jumpstart. Like this, the value of this, especially if you don't have Doom 2099, is pretty nutso. But $100 is a lot to spend on any game. As I said, I'm not buying it personally. I've had this motherfucker sitting here for... I've had this MFer sitting here for like over a year, I think. Once again, I want to say thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's stream. We love Factor, yes we do, folks. Use my link that you can see in chat right now. You get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box. If you ever wanted to give Factor a try, definitely the time to do it. No prep, no cooking. Dietitian improved. Chef prepared meal delivered right to your door and ready to eat in 2 minutes. Very exciting. In a little bit, we will jump in and check out the website a little bit. I'll tell you about my favorite meals from Factor from back when I used to do it. Been good, Chaos, man. Hope you've been good as well. Very convenient to launch a $100 $20.99 bundle the same minute Invisible Woman is released. How dare the company try and make money. Rat bastards. Urgh. He's so mad. Why about all 10 pro bundles? That's why they're there, man. That's why they're there. Ooh, really bad start. Usually early cards you want to see Master Mold, Jennifer Kale, or Invisible Woman. None of them feels pretty bad. Don't particularly want a Maximus. Yeah, if they play a card, they get the full... Well, Maximus actually would have been quite alright. Well, we can just send it now, I suppose. Not sure what would be a better play. To watch out, we can't really play Grandmaster right. Probably gonna hide Killmonger SK or something? Going freaking one drop crazy is the thing. Let's snap into this super giant. Feels like it's gonna be Rather strong. I'm just snapping back. Ready to rock, man. They sent this hood over. We are in a bit of a bind. Can't deny that. What if they have like Quake? Is Quake ever something to worry about? This is the other demon. I don't know whether to go Ronin middle or Ronin left. I'm just competing against 3. It depends on how many cards they can get out of hand. We know it's going to be like 4 here. These are both dead. Unless they have Kyera for some crazy reason. Or maybe they have a counter to this. Always a chance of that. Ronin left in case they Quaker. I think I like it left. That probably loses the game, unfortunately. Yeah, would have won middle. It's tough. Tough decision point there. Trying to think if I should have had maybe some inkling that middle card would be Moonstone. I guess with the ongoing. There's also a chance we didn't have to go so crazy, right? Maybe we could have gone Shadow King right, Killmonger middle, or the opposite. Feeling everything right was to kind of dissuade them from even attacking it, but like, did I really need to? Because we were hitting their hood. I guess I was just a little scared because on the final turn I wouldn't be able to fulfill. I don't know. Maybe I should have went for middle. The 2 demons left made me feel like it was definitely safe. That they wouldn't stack their biggest card there, but like Moonstone makes sense with the Pim arrow. So I think on the turn 5 I shouldn't have double stacked here. I should have maybe attacked one thing middle. And then on turn 6 I probably should have went middle. I think I was trying to do like the second level play, but we just kind of want to slam it, I think. I think we made 2 mistakes there, which cost us the game. It's just so hard knowing that there's 2 demons left. It's so hard to assume that they're going to play 7 more power on top of the 12 that's already not flipped. But I guess that kind of centered from our big problem of not full leaving right. But then if we didn't fulfill right, maybe they were then able to go like Moonstone, Victoria Hands, something right, and then they would win there anyway. A lot of things to think about. This is often the case. Yeah, the throwing right was like purposeful based on what I set up, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough for sure. Really hope I find Shang. They have Kyera. We're in a lot of trouble. These Misty Knight versions sometimes do. Please, Shang top deck. One time, man. Shang top deck one time, brother. I don't think they floated enough to get there. Well, maybe. A lot of these things could be surged. Yes, dude. Yes. Ouch. That might have had to be this one. Well, no, because this dies. We're fine. We win right. I'm pretty sure. I think. +3 minus 33. Yes, we get there. We get there. We get there.
Power must be controlled.
Oh, God.
Power
Just kill the
must
thing
be
as a joke.
controlled.
Sneaky, sneaky. You made a super giant? Saying super giant deck with domino. Then don't you draw a super giant less? Not bad. I actually consider domino a little bit. Like, domino might be something like a low CL player might be more inclined to play now. Yeah, Nega's so good at just picking away at a random card. Oh. Okay, then. If our opponent likes Sentinels, I have many, many for you. Some may call it an abundance of Sentinels. I call it just the right amount. Kind of wanted that card, but me or whatever. Throw your damn Sentinels. Yes, but always gain priority. Sure, I guess. 2-4. I don't. What are you doing, man? Well, I don't understand why people think that Gladiator's a good thing, man. I'll literally never get it. Like, obvious play is to just play Ronin middle. So let's do that. Two. Oh, brother, it's not close. Ooh-wee. And you play Blink. Yeah, I could see it. I don't know. I still think Domino's a bad card. I think, like, playing Domino to make Blink better is just the same as saying Domino is good because you draw your cards less. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, especially at 2-4. Maybe there's something to be found there, but I will always... Like, the argument for saying, like, oh, but it makes, like, Blink good is because it means that more of our good cards are stuck in our deck. I don't know. Also, like, you can't blink Supergiant on 4 unless you have extra energy, which you're playing Domino on 2, so you probably won't, I guess. I could see it being okay, though. But I don't know. I would just always... Anytime I see any deck with Domino, I just immediately strongly believe that any other card is better. I don't even think you played Domino in C4, man. That's another case of, like... You're not going to draw... You're just not going to draw Cerebro as much. That's, like, a pretty important card. Wow! Sure, people are really normal about this variant. Two 4 does at least make it interesting, though. I definitely think that 2-4 makes it interesting. At least right now. Maybe when they start making everything 2-4s, it'll be less interesting. Per chance. There's Black Cat today, man. Little Black Cat Renaissance I missed out on or something. I don't know, maybe next turn is just Ronin. Next turn might just be Ronin. Six, 8. Yeah.
Power must be controlled.
Bro, if you're trying to control power, brother, I'll control power with you, my man. I missed the end of turn stuff. We might still have enough. I did completely miss the end of turn thing, though. So it'll be 12. We have 5. 11, 13. Easy game. Easy life. It's a very big and scary havoc. It sure would be a shame if it did nothing. Oh yeah, it doesn't. We turn off the +2. We don't care about the +2. We're the Shadow Kingler. Why did I forget that we're the Shadow Kinglers, chat? Don't we nega mid instead? I think nega mid just lost the board now. You always got to remember, like, what the... Just because we kill their card that they play doesn't mean we win the lane. You got to always look out for stuff like that. It's very, very easy to just be like, oh, we stopped their Human Torch from getting an extra power. Huzzah. They're fricked. New Invisible Woman is probably the best in the expansion, and we're dominating it with the old Invisible Woman, man. Going full old school. Yeah, Black Cat's interesting. Interesting card. I think that Black Cat, if your deck doesn't have any, like, I need to play X card on X turn type things, like, Black Cat is pretty good, man. It's just kind of like Hydra Bob was. 1-5 with the downside. Now, Black Cat is a bigger downside, I think, than Hydra Bob was. Because Hydra Bob was sometimes an upside, which is crazy. But the fact that, like, you can get it in with the Fantastic Card decks is pretty crazy. You know what the really funny thing about this deck is, like, I feel like every game between turns like 2 and 3, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing, dude? Why am I even playing these cards? It doesn't make any damn sense. And then you just win. Yeah, Vanessa the Curbler. People have been calling her the Curbler. Yeah, sure. Hmm. No Wiccan. I think Ronan could maybe win. Middle or something? Something like this. Maybe something like this. And then we play like Grandmaster Ronan. That's cheeky. That's cheeky right there. That won't work. Never mind. We also can't play Grandmaster Ronan. I think they could be 10 here. Oh. Scary. Probably lose. Completely fine, actually. We only have some sizable cards here. Not sizable. Don't hurt me. Yes, dude. Yes. They Eliath my 2-4 and 2-6. How beautiful. Ace Eliath, man. Just got this card. Tell you what, we're cruising pretty well here, man. We are cruising. 19 and 11, 61% win rate. Actually, I don't think it got the last game, so it's probably even a little better. GG, Anthony. Random question, why is Isle of Silence gone again? It had some weird things with Iron Patriot where it makes it trigger indefinitely. Or maybe it's like there's like a couple of locations that just kind of broke it. Steam room. We definitely got the better end of that deal. I'm gonna enjoy. Okay. We're in a position to snap here, maybe. I feel like they're panicking. So when they panic, it's a good time to snap. When they panic, it's always a good time to snap. I have to decide if we are going to be playing Killmonger or not. There's a good chance we don't. They could also, they probably have Mercury, or they probably have Misery, right? Yeah, let's get weird with it. I actually like this to play around Misery. Risky, man. He's a risky boy. Obviously should have expected Wicked on curve instead of the Misery, but I think Misery this turn is very likely. About to juice this up. Wow, weird deck. You have Prio. They have not popped this Negasonic, I don't think. Probably lose. They might not be anticipating this Negasonic killing them, right? I'm guessing they're not anticipating this Negasonic. For gore. Hey, for gore, chat. Ah!
Victory.
Scared me, man. That is the problem when a Negasonic sits there for like 3 turns. I do that shit all the time. They might have also done that on purpose and just hoped that the other one would have won, but then they should have played the created one first. Rather than non-created one first. Barth No Name is always interesting. We can always try for one of our famous make them play in Bar with No Name as a joke plays. That's always one of my favorites. Why don't you like Pedro, man? Crazy.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
Can perfectly stop both. If they Grandmaster, it works and I can't stop it. If they have Grandmaster, it works and I can't stop it. It's a 1 in 3. We win every other iteration. 1 in 3. Super unfortunate. Only way we lose is if Hobgoblin goes middle. I would have much preferred to get Grandmaster Galactus than 1 in 3 high rolled, personally. Actually, it's probably, I feel like it's like more than a 1 in, well, no, it's a 50-50 high roll. It was a 1 in 6. A 1 in 6 that worked. 50-50 to have the Ronin land left. 1 in 3 to have exactly the Hobgoblin land middle. Crazy, man. Get the kale down. Just get the kale down. Well, it's kind of bad because of that, but maybe I don't really care. What do I care if you get 1/5s? I don't, I tell yous, I don't. I do need to find Killmonger. Very, very much like to find Killmonger here. Oof. Don't really see any win condition here. They should have thought a little bit more about the potential of this. When I set these up. Oh, Killmonger really stings here. There's no way they full leave left. Just run.
Escaped.
Take a cheeky 1-cuber there. Killmonger obviously kind of was what we needed there. That would have won rather easily. Everything else just got really, really muddled. Once again, I wanted to shout out Factor. If you've ever been interested in Factor, now's a great time to jump in and eat some delicious pre-made meals that are ready in 2 minutes.
Victory.
Use the link in chat. You can get 50% off your first box and free shipping, which is very exciting. A very cheap, easy way to try out Factor and see if it works out for you. You're running a mirror? You don't want to do some sick Suji dittos? Yeah, cheers, man. As always, you can always play out the game. I try, as long as you don't like look at my hand like someone like Dexter would do. Or as long as you try not to look at my hand and don't actually like watch.
Oh, snap.
I took his spell. How was he going to play Dormammu without his spell, man? You swapped Jennifer for Mobius, so it felt sinful to play against me? Mobius does nothing against my deck. It actually makes you weaker than me. in the matchup. But I'm picking up what you're putting down.
What a game!
50-50 for Prio here. We do not get Prio, but we get a setup to Negasonics. One might even be a Gamma Labs. You never know, man. Is Dexter correct? You can tell by him having a picture of himself as his avatar. Gotta make sure Tuck Killmonger left at some point. Hope that he's not running Goliath or whatever. My deck should stop. It will depend if they have, like, counter cards, though. Killed his Venom.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
We are Venom. In saying this. I feel like he's trying to play the priority game with me. They'll get Prio back? They might not. There's an argument to just Shang here. But they probably have Null, right? Actually, yeah, and then we Shang and then we Goliath.
Power must be controlled.
Power must be controlled, by the way.
What a game!
Played ourselves, man. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, wait. We have Prio. Jesus Christ. Chill. What am I doing? The problem with having Prio is that they still have these damn Shadow Kings that are going to be all weird and funky. I think we just have to. The second Shadow King Shadow King'd itself. Yeah, we have to protect against Null here. Null is just too strong. But Dexter's very smart. They might play around Goliath. I just assumed that they were ahead middle because the 7-power Shadow King landed there. I didn't realize it Shadow King'd itself. We really wanted that to land, not there. Oh, you poor, poor one-drops. Oh, these poor cards. Oh, it's a massacre. It's an absolute fucking massacre. It's an absolute massacre. It's an absolute massacre, man. An absolute massacre. Just rip them apart, dude. Oh, you love to see it. Dexter beats my ass so much, man. I can be happy about beating him every once in a while. Thank you, Master Puppet. I am having a great day. I appreciate you saying that. You said he won't share a drink next time? Oh, I'm sorry. I stole your Dormammu card immediately and then snapped and then hit a Killmonger and then destroyed all of your power the whole game. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm kind of in my villain era. I got villain vibes. Alright, y'all, we're gonna go through elaborate. Don't want to see guys, you can pay $6. You can check see if you have a Twitch Prime subscription available. Doing so, of course, by clicking the subscribe button. Use the little Prime toggle. Did you know you might have a dang Prime sub? You don't even know it? Might as well check. Watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe. Watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. In 3 minutes. I don't drink beer with a straw. Don't let Dexter get mad because he forgot that I played Killmonger on 3, okay? Just tell him power must be controlled. Simple fact. Simple fact of life. I'll be back in a second. Chad, you ever like clean your whole place and like walk around your place and be like, hell yeah, dude, this is like clean. You know what I mean? You ever just have that like walk around, you like look at everything, you kind of just like, hell yeah, dude, that was me. I did that. All right, chat, we're going to take a quick chance to talk about the sponsor of today's stream, Factor. Just talk about some of my favorite meals I get with them. Big thank you again to Factor for sponsoring today's stream. That looks right. Even better. Okay. So Factor is the sponsor of today's stream. I have used Factor several times in the past. I like Factor. I think that they have a very, very solid offering. I want to talk about like the reasons I personally chose to use Factor and ones that might like work out with you. The biggest thing I think is that Factor is really great at replacing or helping you out with stopping eating out. That was the biggest thing with me for Factor. For a lot of years, there was times where I would eat out way too many times a week. And it was really bad for me health-wise and monetarily. So Factor was really big for me to stop doing that. For a couple of reasons. It's just really good, like well-portioned food. A big problem with me when I would go and eat out is I would overeat like crazy. So I would order, you know, a full-size meal and then like one little extra thing, end up eating it all. So having it be all really well portioned out really helps with any of that kind of like overeating. If you had similar problems with that I have and still do and have to always be smart about, it's portioned out really well to be solid-sized meals. Let's jump in like to the shredded chicken taco bowl. I've had so many of these. They're very solid. For instance, like 550 calories. You got 25 grams of fat, 45 carbohydrates, and then you got 36 grams of protein. Really good balanced macronutrients in a lot of these as well. And you can sort them by a bunch of different things. So if you're looking for things that give you a little bit more protein in your diet, you can be on the lookout for Protein Plus. Stay Balanced is generally one that has a bit more balance between carbs, fat, and protein. And then Calorie Smart are ones where you get like a nice filling meal, but it's not super high calorically. But these shredded chicken taco bowls are really great. You get like a little cup of cilantro sour cream that's really tasty to go along with your cheesy chicken and corn. This was definitely a staple when I was at Factor. Let's jump into some other things on the weekly menu. A couple other ones I really like. I really like the salmon dishes. So I want to talk about this a little bit. For me, the best way to get really good value out of Factor was to do shrimp and salmon dishes, because not only are they really good, but like obviously shrimp and salmon, if you're going to buy that at the store, it's a lot more expensive than if you're going to go and buy chicken for yourself. So I really liked like things like the Louisiana shrimp, where you get like big old pieces of shrimp. You get some delicious cauliflower grits. These cauliflower grits are another thing to be on the lookout for. This is like one of my favorite things. Super tasty, really good, and a little bit less carby than most other things. Do look out if you are on strict keto, where you can only do 20 carbohydrates per month or per day. I think that keto is usually under 20 is what they classify all their keto as. So if you are keto, there are some more keto friendly options that only have like 5 to 7, but some of them are going to be like 19. So don't just look at keto and be like, oh, this is keto friendly for sure. The really cool thing is that you can check all of these ingredients and all of the nutritional information before you make your choice, which I really like. So I have had the shrimp before. The shrimp is really fantastic. But let me show you the ones that I would get an insane amount. This salmon one looks good, but let me find a salmon one that I've had a bunch of, because oh, this one, dude, I've had. Oh, well, this is the with shrimp. So one other thing that's really cool is they have these gourmet plus options if you want to splurge a little bit and you want to, you know, maybe you're trying to do a date night, but you want to keep it a little bit, you know, you don't want to go out and spend a few $100. You know, you could get a couple of gourmet plus meals, be able to eat really good food at home and still feel like you're splurging a little bit, which I think is cool. Let me find one of these salmon dishes that I really like. Lots of really good stuff. One thing that was a weird thing for me is that I don't like green beans. I hate green beans. I wish that I didn't, but I hate green beans. But there's always like different options that you can find for these. So like even ones with green beans, sometimes when they come back around, they don't have green beans and they have like things like broccoli or something like that. So you can still find the meals sometimes without green beans, but you always do get to make that choice. So every month or every week, you get to pre-plan your group of meals that get sent to you fresh. There's a bunch of salmon dishes that I haven't tried yet that I'm very excited to try at some point, but let me find one that I know that I've had a million times. So I can give you some personal experience from it. The shredded pork dishes are so good. The shredded pork and the shredded chicken are like two of my favorite proteins that aren't the salmon. So anytime you see shredded pork or shredded chicken, it's usually really, really good. Really, really flavorful. I don't know if they have any of the salmon dishes that I've had many times before. We'll keep going. There's like 3 that I've had a bunch of, but it looks like they changed things up like crazy. So it doesn't look like they actually have one of the salmon dishes I've had a lot of. I've had one very similar to, where's the one that I saw? This one, ancho line salmon. Maybe I have had this one before. So this one is going to have Mexican spice quinoa, black bean corn salad with chimichurri crema. Any of these little sauces they give you are always really, really solid. But most of the salmon dishes are not in the Gourmet Plus, but they're really good salmon. As someone who used to buy one of those giant packs of salmon from Costco and cook like a week's worth of salmon and eat salmon every single day a few times, the salmon is really, really solid, which I was kind of surprised about. The first time I got the salmon, I was kind of surprised because it's cooked and then you microwave it, but it still comes out as really, really tasty. Doesn't get dry or anything like that. Still has like a good bite to it. You know what I mean? Lots of great options here. Would super love if anyone were to check out Factor. Again, you can get 50% off your first order and free shipping on your first Factor box. So if you use that link right now, you can get that deal for you and it helps support the channel. I hope that you consider it if Factor is something that makes sense with your dietary needs and it's something that looks like it might be something that would be good for you in your life. Let me find one that I've had a bunch of. Talk about a little bit. I've gotten the filet mignon one time as the Gourmet Plus. The steaks are fire with the Gourmet Plus. It is pricey. It is a little bit more pricey. It's a splurge choice. But again, if you're looking for something like that, they do have really great options for it as well. Man, this salmon looks good too. Bell pepper quinoa, roasted zucchini and corn. Again, always nice when I can find ones that don't have green beans. All the zucchini that they give is really good. Doesn't get all like mushy, which I think is really important for any kind of like squash stuff. It still has like some give to it when you bite into it, which I think is really important. Anytime I get like zucchini and it's mush, it just kind of puts me off, but I was really happy every time I got zucchini here. And again, if you want my recommendation for what to go after, I go crazy for the salmon. Usually I would get 8 meals per week, and I would probably get 6 salmon meals and 2 other meals to do other things. So again, if you want my recommendation, the salmon is phenomenal and probably the best deal that you can get, but all the other stuff is good. And you can customize it completely to your own. So if you want to change things up for dietary restrictions, personal preference, like I said with the green bean and everything like that, that's what I ended up going for. So it saves you a lot of time. You know, you don't have to cook. You just throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes and you go after it. It was really, really great when I was working my real job and I was also streaming like crazy. You know, just jumping in and just having something that I could eat really fast and not have to spend like an hour in the kitchen was always great for me. So thanks again to Factor for the sponsorship. And I hope that you give them a try. It would mean a lot. Let's jump back over to Marvel Snap. Exclamation point Factor if you want more information or you want to check out the link. This deck is going super well. Sitting at a 62% win rate. Just feels solid top to bottom. If you're not used to super giant decks, it will probably take you some time to get used to decks like this. They're kind of funky. They're definitely a little bit different than a lot of decks that you might end up finding, but very fun. Very cool way to play the game. No, I like I said, I used Factor for over a year, I think. I used Factor for over a year. It was really great. I like taking sponsorships from places that I do have personal experience from, and that I can like very honestly say like I can't even like, you know, I can't even honestly say I would use the product. I did use the product for an entire year and really enjoyed my time with it. Just that super invisible one right, I guess. I don't really like this turn. Holding Grandmaster feels A little iffy, but you can find some nasty combos with it. It's a little annoying. Wolverine. And the skull. Okay, turn 4 here. It's gonna shang that, I think. And then we'll set a Ronin up middle, I guess. Is there a Bast version? Doesn't look like they're getting a second Invisible Woman, which is good. They could set it up this turn. There is a chance they could set it up this turn, but I think getting this Ronin down will be really, really valuable. So we have a Master Mold that's going to die right. We have a Ronin sitting middle. How we plan out the future turns is going to be a big question mark. We'll see. Really depends on what they end up doing back. Because they probably have Havoc, they probably have Thana, they probably have... probably have a lot of really nasty things to hurt us. So we're really going to hope for either Shang or Shadow King off the top to potentially be able to deal with a big threat. A lot of cards, man. One Shadow King, please. Get neither. I guess I don't know why I'm asking about Shang. Shang's literally right there. They're gonna get +8 middle, and we can't Grandmaster it. Maybe using that Shang when I used it was incorrect. Could have just gotten the Jennifer Kale down. Well played.
Escaped.
Yeah, I don't know why I was asking for Shang. It's like literally sitting right there on the field. Just staring at me like, bro, I'm literally right here, dog. Oh, dude, I'm elite, chat. Calling me elite. Hello. Hello. If I would have held the Shang, I could have set up a really nasty Shang Shang Grandmaster that game. They do be saying hello. Many people have said this about them. An Invisible Woman set. Angel Gaming. No Dormammu spell, which means they're not Dormammu, I would imagine. Man, we're in a funked spot here, eh? You're in a funky, funky spot. Next time we get to slam Ronin middle and get the biggest Ronin of all time. So that's pretty cool. Based Morgan Le Fay Gaming. Killmonger would obviously be pretty good. I think we'd like Killmonger a lot to potentially come out. Went to Costco and used code Binks to get frozen gyoza. The frozen gyoza at Costco's fire, man. I almost ate that today. Said I ate mini burritos, which are also very delicious. Big Jennifer. I think it's this. Tie middle. Plus 13 plus 15. You're a rascal. Only win was throwing right. Which maybe we could have decided to do. Maximus Shadow King middle, Jennifer Kale left. Yeah, actually, I really think I misjudged this. I think Shadow King middle. I think Shadow King middle was the play. But, I mean, if we play the Kale left, right, we go to 22. If they had played the Hit Monkey there, we would have lost. There's arguments for either one. That bro do be liking to rap, man. That bro do be liking to rap. Many people have said this. Wilhelm! Double Maximus. They don't have a 2-drop here. We miss a draw. Okay. Hello, madame. Be okay here. They can't bounce anything. We Maximus every turn. We'll kind of stop them from being able to bounce stuff. Tough choice comes here from just dropping the Ronin right. I think we do it. Seems quite strong. So if Vulture right, let's try this. This covers Heimdall left. Covers Vulture left. Vulture right. Had to swap them. Tough. Well played. Tough, man. Just a 50-50 on where I play there. I think the Shang left makes more sense. Covers the Vulture left. Pretty important. Couldn't unfortunately just do like Shang middle, Shadow King left because it loses to Vulture left. Well, no, because... I don't know. That's a tough one. They could have thought of it as if they're going to Shang, they're going to Shang left because I might move the Vulture left. So then they play middle. They could have level 2'd us there. Oh my god, they might go right into Invisible Woman. Holy cow. Come on, man. Good play. Havoc doesn't trigger if we put it left. They also probably play Negasonic left. Like, also could have a top deck that just wins right. Yeah, man. A crazy little loss streak to end here. Maybe there's an argument to try like Adam Warlock, Mr. F Venom. We'd get 6, 3, 5, 11, 14. Damn, if they just play Negasonic left, we actually had a way to beat it, and they couldn't win right. Maybe we should have went for that.
Escaped.
Knowing we could beat exactly Negasonic left. We went here, here, here. We'd have plus 10. We go to 15. Or plus 9. We go to 14. Beat Negasonic by 1. Maybe we should have went for that. It's tough. But you never know. They could have just been able to win right. If they had a top deck to either... Like Sunspot wins right pretty easily. 6 triggers. A lot of ways they could have won. Shinderpuff. Okay. Are we trying to hide a Skillmonger? They could win there. Still unsure if I want to use early Kale or not. We might. That gave them Killmonger, so now they know it's coming. I want extra energy next turn. I don't think so. I think playing a 2-drop and Goliath is pretty good final turn. They're probably not stoked about me having access to Killmonger either. Maybe just snap him here. Very nice.
Victory.
Very nice. Very nice. We're doing another super premium pass card. Unfortunate. Pretty doubtful that they would just do it as a one-off. Now, are they going to maybe change that in the future? Who knows? I'll have to decide if I'm going to buy it or not. It's always a tough decision. No Prio. If we had Prio, I'd probably try and throw down Negasonic this turn. I have a hard time filling for that. You're fine with the Super Premium Pass? It's good. Glad you find value in it. Negasonic Middle is very annoying, right? Always want to click. Maybe we should click last turn. Probably lose to Doom. I wish you could fill middle to not push this right, but I think we just died to Doom. There's nothing we could do about it. And
Doom rules all.
Gotta run, hun.
I want the throne.
yeah, it wouldn't have mattered either way.
I want the throne.
Tough match. Tough match there. Missing our Shadow King. No Super Giant. A lot of problems there. Often you find yourself playing Elias sometimes. That's very important. That's felt like one of the weaker cards in the deck for sure. But I think it's probably necessary. Maybe not wholly necessary, but feels pretty damn necessary. They could probably fill left. That's crazy annoying.
Opponent snapped.
Wow, they do not fill. That's crazy. Oh, they do fill. Yeah, it's good for us. Kill him! Kill him, Negasonic! Fast! Before he kills you! And Lady does strike us, bro.
the throne.
That's a damn good one right there, man. That's what we're looking for, baby. Notably also one with Death Left, which is really nice. Shangan nothing. Must feel pretty bad for the opponent. They had a fully empty hand, too. They played every single card. They also tried to... I don't know if they meant to do this, but it looks like they tried to Lady Deathstrike our Invisible Woman. Maybe they're not seeing the OTA on their end. Who knows? All right, very solid day with this deck. I think it's really, really strong. Again, really tough to learn. Can feel really funky in a few spots. But gives you some really amazing fighting chances against those crazy Invisible Woman decks. Still tough to beat sometimes. You obviously have to draw pretty well. And if they draw like perfectly, it's still pretty tough to beat. Especially ones that might be running some various counter cards like Kyera or Cosmo. This will load up in a second. I'm going to give you the final stats. Who's up to some trouble? I think Dexter's still going. We tried to raid Dexter earlier in the week, and we were unable to. Send some love over his way. Thank you again to Factor for sponsoring the stream. Always appreciate the sponsors. They keep the lights on. Final stats, 25 wins, 18 losses, 57% win rate, plus 11 cubes. Very strong deck. Takes a while to learn, but it is worth it, especially if this Invisible Woman deck keeps getting higher and higher play rate like it seems. But have fun over in Dexter stream. I will see you all on Monday. See ya.